Any nation that has 2 men and 2 women qualified for the individual races in Paris will be guaranteed a start in the relays. Traditionally dominated by the British, the French and the Germans, powerhouse nations.
On your marks!
Don't give your teammates a mountain to climb, that's the key really.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really exciting.
I think France on home soil might be tough to beat.
You know, mixed relay is our opportunity to come together as a collective when we do an individual sport, and you know, I'm lucky enough to train with so many, you know, brilliant British athletes. For us to be able to race as a unit, I think is really special and often brings the best out of, you know, all of us. And you know, you want to race well for yourself, but also for other people, and just show the world, like, I guess, how strong your nation really is.
Yeah, before relays, you're not really watching the race because you have to just trust your team and know that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. When Jess is starting, I'm just starting my warm-up. So I have to focus, and we have the staff with us to make sure that we're warming up and doing everything right, because we still do have a race to do, and you still have to, even though you want to be there for your teammate, watching them, supporting them, you have got your race to come. So you can't really just sit and watch. So we had it on one of the staff's phones, and I'm on the turbo warming up, and I'm like, how's she doing, how's she doing? And they're like, it's fine, don't worry, do what you need to do your sprints. Because we had so much trust in one another, like we all had great races, we were all there on our own accord, and we all wanted to be Olympic champions, and we didn't really have to discuss anything. We weren't like, right, Jess, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do this. Because, like, no, we know what we need to do. We know exactly what we need to do individually. I mean, it was perfect. And for me, on the third leg, I'm seeing this race unfold, and we couldn't have asked for more from one another. Like, it just went perfectly.
I think at that moment, that's just all I was thinking about, was just doing everything I could to hold that wheel, to be there, to be in the race. I think I was probably a bit scared to go back on the front after having a surprise attack put on me in the first place. But yeah, I think for me, just being there as much as I could be, I think was the most important thing for me, just so I could, you know, justice of what the other 3 had done, but also race the best race I could at that time. In the Olympic Games, I guess, being the last leg in a gold medal position with about a 50-second lead is a pretty daunting position, but for me, I just tried to, you know, break it down and go through the processes that I knew I needed to do to kind of be competitive and in the mix.
When we got to the run, and Alex is basically right there at the front, Jess literally just shouted to him, was like, just take it all in.
Yeah, luckily enough, I was able to be in a bit of a battle with Vince and Morgan, and yeah, come out on top, which was really, really nice. That's the first time as a relay combination and us 4 that we'd ever really got it right. I think the other time we tried was in Hamburg, and unfortunately Jess got a bit stuck in the tunnel in one of the swims, just the nature of how it went, and it didn't work. And then we all came together as a team. We said we're going to win together, we're going to lose together, we're going to do everything we can to just get the best out of this race. And yeah, luckily it worked that time.
You get little feedback from the coaches. I think they try not to feedback too much, like whether it's good or bad, they don't want to tell you too much. Montreal, it was a bit different when we had the penalty, and when I heard about that, the staff were a bit like, so we have a penalty, you might need to take it. We are looking into it. I'm like, oh, fantastic, great.
So the best team apart from France will get an automatic spot to Paris.
So where we go, the final event here in Montreal this weekend. It's been hectic, fast and furious.
Pole belt really smooth.
Caldwell hands over to Sam Dickinson.
Great run out from Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown is flying here.
Absolutely flying.
This is going to be the longest 10 seconds of her life. Rappaport is coming. Taylor Brown is looking. She took the time penalty, and the reigning Olympic champions qualify for Paris.
I love the mixed relay format, but I think it's tough because coming from a country where there are a lot of athletes and there are a lot of different team composition possibilities, you don't get so many opportunities to race the relay. So it's very stressful each time, because it's like, if you mess it up, are you gonna ever get another shot? There's a lot of pressure, but it's also fun because it's just so different and you get to be part of a team. So in Tokyo 2020, I picked it up from Kevin McDowell, tagged me off. Great Britain was ahead. Johnny Brownlee tagged off to Georgia Taylor Brown, and they were out in front of us. And then I know France was right behind us, and that was the issue. So I was tagged off in second, and France was behind us, but it was a decent gap, and I lost it all in the swim. Like, Cassandra caught me on the transition, I think. So then I had to get rid of her on the first turn of the bike, and so it was kind of like, I felt like I was holding the position, but never really closing to Georgia, because she was just Great Britain that day. I don't think they were beatable, but you gotta sometimes believe they're beatable. The nice thing about the relay is that it tends to, so first of all, the field is a lot smaller to start, and then it just gets a lot more spread out. So one of my strengths being the bike, that's a huge opportunity for me to be able to time trial. So if we have a gap or we have a deficit, how can I use my bike as more of a weapon than if I'm riding with 55 other women? It's an advantage for me, because I feel like each leg on the relay is more, you have to be able to solo it. And so being able to just go solo is very nice.
I really like the format of the mixed relay. It brings another chance to win a medal at the Olympics, what is great, and it's also a lot of fun to do. And I also really like to be in the fourth leg now. Then it's, in Tokyo it was the other way, that the women started and the men finished, and now it's the men starting and the women finishing.
On your mark. So where we go then for the Hamburg mixed team relay.
Germany are 5 seconds down, so that's one of the favourites there.
This is tremendous from Lindemann.
It's going to be an exciting finish.
Because Helvig, at some point, very soon, will have to step into the penalty box for 10 seconds. This is going to be the longest 10 seconds of his life. Helvig is going to hold on here and bring home gold for Germany. Well, the crowd loving it at the moment, with Germany prominent. And there are no weak links in this Germany team, so they've got such strength in depth, the Germans. It's all down to Laura Lindemann. There's no one behind you, Laura. There is no problem here.
See, I thought this might happen. up then.
Yeah, Lassalers.
I thought you might be saving something, bringing them in hard.
And she's less than 1,000 metres from home. She knows it's a done deal from here. Takes the German flag, and it's going to be a very, very easy victory here for Germany. Germany scores gold.
Just before I get the handover, I can control myself, and then I'm ready and in the zone. But before that, I'm a bit nervous. All the German athletes are developing very good. We can find us in the top 10 multiple times in WTCS, what is great. And so I think everybody made a step forward. Who races the relay is for now very open. The federation will decide after the individual races.
The great thing with the mixed relay is that if you're having a team and you're working together for something, it can be like a collective sort of dream and a journey, and it's more than just racing for yourself. And I think, and also the fact that it's mixed relay, where you're sort of forcing the countries to equally lift up. If you have a strong female team, you also have to focus on the men, or opposite, if you have a strong men team, you also have to sort of help up and lift up the female team. I think it gets more opportunities for the genders. We failed qualifying for Tokyo as a mixed relay team, and now they're trying to qualify for Paris.
Norway has got to be one of the favourites there today, fielding their strongest team. So still those 4 athletes up at the front. Oh, there's a crash.
Well, that could be an absolute disaster so early in the race.
I think that might have been Team South Africa.
Absolute disaster, yes, it is Riddle. Just takes a second for hopes and dreams to be completely extinguished.
Yeah, absolutely devastating for Team South Africa there. I'd say more on the line here for Team Norway. One of our athletes looks like they're going off course. Is that...
2 of them have gone the other side.
I think the Canadian athlete's gone the wrong way. She's gone off to down the finish chute.
Well, I'll have to wait and see if there's any issue with that. That could change everything. So Miller and Howell away together.
Really, really great team spirits.
Canada and Norway have stolen the march on the field here. Well, this is going so much better than Norway can even have possibly dreamt. Canada have been disqualified. There's no danger here for themselves. It's been a brilliant performance from Norway. And they know now that they are going to be on the start line in Paris on August the 5th, and that's what it means.
I think the French team has never won an Olympic gold medal before, and of course for them it would be a massive thing if they can win the mixed relay at home, on top of maybe getting some medals in individual races. So they are one of the strongest triathlon nations. They will be hard to beat, and same with the British squad, the Germans, and the American team. I think is like alongside the favorites.
It's so awesome. We got to experience it in Tokyo, the mixed team relay, and although it didn't pan out how Team Oz wanted it to pan out, I think we've shown our progression over the years since, and we'll certainly be trying to fight up the front and try and secure a medal for Australia. Team Oz, I think, sitting probably right on the edge of qualification in that top 7, top 8 kind of world ranking stage. So confident we can get the job done and we can secure a team there. I think we have what it takes, and we've got a few opportunities between now and then to put our best teams and our best foot forward to ensure that we're there and come Paris. And yeah, to have another opportunity at trying to win a medal would be absolutely awesome, and yeah, can't wait. Yeah, I guess the women finishing this time around takes the pressure off the lads a bit. You know, we get our job done early and fingers crossed and support the ladies all the way to the finish. Yeah, it certainly adds a different element, I think, to the mixed team relay racing. There's quite a wide spread of talent across the board in the female field, so I think, you know, having the males first, it keeps the field a lot tighter and a lot more, yeah, condensed for longer, I think, and then you'll see as the legs go on, you'll see it start to break up, and which I think is great. The third leg is a pretty important one to kind of establish a lead or to try and chase down any gaps. I think that's where the race could be kind of split up quite a lot. And obviously the anchor leg, yeah, you got to get the job done under immense pressure. And when you got several teams around you fighting for the first place, it makes things interesting. There's so many strong people, and being such a condensed format, like you're only racing for 15-20 minutes, strengths and weaknesses can certainly be really highlighted and taken advantage of. Definitely Hayden Wild, he's super strong, and I think his aggression on the bike and run can change the dynamics of the race.
It's a lot more difficult for us to, in some ways, look at like the mixed relay, like you know, starting with the males through this period has always been quite challenging for us, as we didn't really have a finisher in the female athletes until kind of this year. You know, Nicole's looking really sharp at the moment, and she's shown that she can, you know, win races and perform really well. So we kind of, you know, in some ways, I think people expect her to she'll probably go last. Yeah, I kind of like it being in a position for like a TT style, so I think everyone will probably expect me to go third, as like I don't know if people the team will. I personally don't know if I'd trust my swim to get into the front group, or if I don't, I'll probably drag everyone up on the bike. So
I mean, the thing with New Zealand, they don't have a massive amount of choice, but the athletes they do have very rarely let them down. Germany, New Zealand, I think the two teams to watch.
Hayden Wild just coming at the back of transition there.
Can Hayden Wild use his bike power to get closer to the leading three?
Oh, Wild's gone off the front of this group. Looks like he's going to try and go alone, try and get some time over the rest of the pack. Hayden Wild pulling back a few seconds.
Well, Wild has reduced the gap to 10 seconds on the leaders.
There's Thorpe. Great swim from her. Again, great from Thorpe. She's just so good in a relay. What a swim from Reed. Incredible. Charles not going to give up, but Van de Kee's really
silver for New Zealand.
Amazing effort there from Van Kane. Look at the smile. It means so much.
That's a great effort from the Kiwis.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how it's always been. Hopefully Nicole can bring it home for us.
I think with Team France, we have a great team for Team Relay. It's possible for us to get another medal, and we can even get the gold. It will be a lot of good competitors, so yeah, we just have to do the best relay that we can do, and then we will see the result. The best memory of a team relay is still the Olympics in Tokyo, because it was my first Olympic medal, and yeah, it's a big thing, you know. So in Tokyo, I was leg 2. I had Leonie gave me the relay, and I think we were maybe 6 or something, and there was a 20 seconds gap with the lead. Before diving into the water, I saw that Martin Van Riel was maybe 7 or 8 seconds behind me, and I've decided to wait for him, because I knew he would be a great help on the bike, and I think that was a good choice.
France are the ones to watch. Clip it.